Dave here, how are you? I've been mucking around with the Kreg jig that actually creates plugs. Now it's very handy to create plugs out of a piece of timber that you're actually using. Not many people would consider bloodwood as a type of timber to mass produce plugs out of. There's going to be a whole lot of other things. Purple heart, you can knock plugs up out of that if you wanted to. Great idea. That's not the story. That's not what I want to talk to you about. Whilst that's a handy item. The thing that I wanted something that can put the plugs in, because every time I've gone to put a plug in, the rotten things rotate, or else they catch me on my fingers at the end here, pushing them in right at the end. You're not bedding them down correctly. The glue's making them slide all over the place. It's a pain. So I made this little guy. This little thing here. It's very, very simple. All it is a piece of walnut with a plug that I've already made with the plug cutter, and I put it in there. Now I was doing all sorts of weird and wonderful things. I had another piece of walnut here. I was going to try and use my 3/8 spiral up cutter in the router table and try and create some fancy true shaper section, cutting across it and everything, and nothing was going to work. It was all going to rubbish. So then I came up with the idea, how about I take the guide block out of the K4 and clamp it down outside here. So what I did, cut a long story short, I got a marking pen and I put a mark either side of one of the guides in the K4's guide block. I set the drill a little bit deeper than I would normally. I clamped it down onto this bar here with a dirty big clamp, locked it in position that way around, like so. Sent the drill up from the underside into there like that. It's pretty easy, isn't it? When you start to see me do it now, you're starting to think, hello, why didn't we all think of this? Maybe some of you have. Then I've got this hole into there. I've got some glue, slid a plug down into the hole. So I was about 2 millimeters, 1.5 to 2 millimeters below the top of the hole with the glue, obviously, and it was nice and flat. I used another plug, as a matter of fact, in on top to hold it in position, and that's what I was left with. I cleaned it all up, cut the end off on the bench hook, clamped the bench hook and everything down, used my Japanese saw because it does a whole lot neater cut. Put a bit of a round over on the router table, cleaned up the edges, and put the plane over it one more time just to take all my marks off. And there you go. I have an amazing little plug pusher. This holds the plug straight. See, I push it in and that's it. It's going to stay in there. The big advantage of this is that it holds the plug straight and level. So as I push it in with the glue and things tend to roll around a little bit, this will be fine. It'll put it in, perfect finish, give it a quick sand when I'm done, and that's it. How nice is that? Takes about 10 minutes to make one. Do yourself a favor, knock one up. If you do the Kreg stuff or if you do any pocket holes, make this up. It's dead easy. If you think this video is worth a like, don't forget to like, subscribe down here, links in the description box, Facebook, where you can get things. I shall see you next time. Thanks for watching.